Welcome into your Nothing But Net Olympic update. Kane Pitman no longer in Lille. We've made our way down to Paris, as have the Boomers, as they advance to the quarterfinals of the Olympic Games. It wasn't always certain that they were going to get to this stage. In fact, in the hours after the loss to Greece, the Boomers had to wait for the result of a Canada and Spain game. We did just hear from Matthew Dellavedova and Dante Exum. I asked both of those players how they took in the game. Dante Exum said that he could barely handle the match. He only watched the last 10 seconds, and even in that last 10 seconds, he was stressed. He thought there was going to be a foul on Sergio Yul on the last shot of the game. He thought maybe he was going to knock down a shot from half court, but instead, Canada got the three-point win. The Boomers advance. As for Matthew Dellavedova, he's been in this situation before. He said he did watch the entire game. He said he probably shouldn't have done so. He was highly stressed. Remember, this is the fourth Olympics for Daly. He had not been in a situation like that necessarily, though. But the Boomers have made their way into the main Olympic village. They were in a small version in Lille. Now they're here with the rest of the Australian Olympians. We've got the Australian gold medal winning doubles team just to our left here. So plenty of gold for Australia. And Dante did say that he told some of the guys that haven't been in an Olympic village before, welcome to the Olympics. This isn't just the basketball tournament in Lille anymore. This is the real show. As of this time right now, we aren't sure who the Boomers will play in the quarterfinal, but they are preparing for potentially another matchup against Serbia and Nikola Jokic. They played Serbia in the warm-up games over the last few weeks. They did pick up a win there, and Dellavedova said that we feel confident that we have seen now some reps against this team. We've got plenty of guys in the NBA. We understand what Jokic can bring to the table, so they're not exactly certain that that's going to be the case just yet, but certainly Serbia, a potential matchup in the quarterfinals as the Boomers try and put themselves in a position to win another medal here at the Olympics. As for the other storylines, we left the arena in Lille yesterday, and Brian Goorjian discussed the fact that the offense got stagnant in the first half. He also said that he thought with the two 21-year-olds, Dyson Daniels, Josh Giddey, this is perhaps the first time they've been in a tournament of this magnitude where they are asked to lead the offense, where they're asked to have prominent roles. And I asked Daly if he could take himself all the way back to 2012 when he was in his early 20s and he was at the Olympics, and he said, well, I can remember those moments, but there actually might be some benefit to being young. You don't have the fear of failure. You don't have the bad memories of the past. So he actually looked at the positive side of this. He thinks Giddey's done an excellent job running this offense, getting downhill, working in connection with Jock Landale. And then you look at someone like Dyson Daniels and the defensive matchups he's had, certainly on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, spending time on Giannis Antetokounmpo yesterday. So while maybe it wasn't a perfect first half for the offense that we know Josh Giddey is leading, they took a lot from the second half, and albeit they're 1 and 2 in the group stage, they finished second. It's good enough to avoid Team USA and now be in a quarterfinal at the Paris Olympics. Dante Exum also went into details about the fact that his finger is still bothering him a little bit. He had a massive poster dunk in the game yesterday against Greece, and I asked him where that ranked in terms of his best dunks, because he has got a built-in resume. At the NBA Finals just a few months ago, his Dallas Mavericks teammate Derrick Jones Jr. told me that nobody believes that he can dunk like that. He's underrated, and he actually is one of the best poster dunks that they had in that team, and Derrick Jones Jr., he can jump in his own right. Exum said that it's even the same wherever he's gone around the world. They'll start to pick on him a little bit. They'll show him some of his highlight videos and they'll say, wait a second, you can actually dunk the ball. But Exum said that he would have actually liked to throw that one down a little bit harder, but just still a tiny bit wary of that right compound dislocation in his finger that he had last week. And he has returned to the floor and been a key part. The Boomers now relaxed. That was not the case 24 hours ago, but they have got a quarterfinal coming up. They've got a couple of days to get settled in here at the village behind me here in Paris. The Boomers, 1 win away from making the Final Four. They feel like they are where they need to be, even if they've only had 1 win from 3 games so far. Keep it locked on ESPN.com.au for all your Boomers and Opals news, and of course the ESPN social pages.